Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Life with REB. Today is Sunday, September 7th. It's been a long day, but I'm here to catch up, get you guys all caught up on what I've been doing, what's been going on, and finally get our budget back on track and together. So yeah, we have an August recap. I want to go ahead and start off with week 1 of budget planner and our budget notebook, and we have pretty much do our August full recap, our spending summaries, all the things in our predicted spending for that last week of August. Because yeah, we are 2 weeks behind, but we're getting back on track. So thanks so much for tuning in. And if you're new here, just want to give a quick introduction. I am Ari, short for Ariel. I'm 30 years old. Be kind to myself when I don't, because these are lifelong habits that I'm trying to break. And it's really challenging to stay within budget, but I would say that I am doing better since I'm a little bit more getting a better hold of things, my spending. But this is completely my real life, real money that I make, real money that I spend, and there's really no fluff about it. But this is just what I do. And so I am a full-time registered dietitian nutritionist, and I'm also in the military. I'm a National Guardswoman. So I have a couple streams of income. And so we need to do our August recap and our spending before we do our budget summary. So let's go ahead and go through this really quickly, where we landed for August. So my mortgage that I normally try to pay the few days before it's due did not go through for August because there was a delay with my boyfriend and I lived together. So I will go since I switched my direct deposit bank. I switched the bank for my direct deposit, so I had to get a paper check, and there was a delay with the deposit and all of that. So this did not happen. Savings $350 again did not happen, as I'm working more so on sinking funds rather than putting that money away. I did not have a hair appointment in August, and my self-care maxed out at $78 out of $120. So I'll check that off. Phone bill was paid, my last month of paying for Apple iCloud. Well, it was my last month. I was so stoked to have Amazon Photos, and then I went and recorded 9 hours of video on my phone, and I can't even, it's so frustrating, but not related to this video. Affirm came out at the end of the month, $73. My Walmart credit card payment was not $28. I actually ended up paying this all the way off, and it was $365. So I'll just check it off. And so this will bring my actual spending for August for fixed expenses. Sorry, I was wondering why that number sounded so wrong. That was my fixed expenses spending. My fixed actual was $23.18. 222. No hair appointment. 78. 176. I already mentioned my savings balance was $0 by the end of the month as I pulled that money out. My credit card ending balance for the month for Walmart, it was $0 fully paid off, though I will expect my interest on purchases to come out still. And then my USAA actually ended up decreasing to $19.04. Affirm. So as far as groceries, eating out, and coffee, and Walmart. For shopping supplies and gifts, we spent a total of $246. For gas, car wash, and parking, we spent $75. So I think I'm gonna decrease my 18 monthly budget for gas and stuff like that to $75. It just doesn't seem like I'm using that last week to get a full tank. We already had our actual spending for all of our utilities. We came out to $520 for utilities, which is insane. Miscellaneous hygiene and households, we actually ended up spending $192. Walmart interest on purchases was a low $6, thankfully. USAA interest on purchases was only $71 that I was using. So we had a total projected expense. I can calculate this in my brain. 3, 4, 5, 8, 50, we actually ended up spending $1,070, $1,145. I thought I could calculate it in my brain, but maybe oh, look at me go. And then our actual spending so we were $338 overspending with our variable expenses. And then on top of that, we had our unaccounted expense for our CDR registration maintenance fee, and that was $80. As far as income, we did not get our second check in the month of August, so I'm going to mark that off. Now we'll go ahead and put this in our budget planner for August. This was the payday, was the 29th, but I actually ended up taking a half day at work, and so I didn't pick up my check until the following Monday. And then it took another couple days for it to hit my account, and then so on and so forth. $80, and that was fully paid. And oops. Like I mentioned, my total debt decreased. I literally just said that. So $5,224 was my income in August, and then rollover my total debt decreased. I had calculated this out already, and our rollover cash was $247. I did do a little bit more with this $247, but I love this. It towards I tried and I did my columns where I overspent, but it's like to kind of get me back on track. What is it really? Spending for this month in September, I'm going to use this some of my savings categories to denote when I'm able to input money into my starting balance. So I was able to. So you'll see that when I get into my spending binder. Rollover account balance like for USAA was $684. Sinking fund saving balance. In Chase, I had so $433 was put away for that. Okay, so it looks like this is our okay, so it looks like our spending was not bad because we didn't have our mortgage to consider as well. So $38.81 with spending. So I don't like that this makes this number so skewed, but it is the reality of what it is. So we'll just keep it like that. So we had $5,224 worth of income and $3,881 of expenses. Just $433 kind of in my sinking funds binder. And you can see my total debt See, this is what threw me off. 5169. Wait, let me write this number down first. 5,200. No wonder why I'm so confused where I was writing. Okay, so now we'll do August. Income 5,200. Okay, so now we had $5,224 income and $5,186 of expenses. $433 of that went to sinking funds. Boom. We'll close this up for a second and look at our August week 4 and look at our recap and our spending. Oh, I was looking at total expenses. Fixed, variable, unaccounted expenses. And then our actual spending, subtracted that mortgage and added in extra spending at a taco fest, extra spending on a candle bar that I went to with my good friend. Okay, and 34 went to emergency, 29 went to wardrobe, $5 went to home repair, plus $10 went to CPE use, $3 went to CDR fee for next year, 103 went to dentist. 86. So I figured out what I forgot to add for my spending, and it was
so that is
my
our spending for August week 4
amount for USAA. It was not over here on my fixed expenses, and so that is what was throwing me off as far as why there was such a discrepancy between this spending and this spending. I don't think I've logged very much. So now that I know that my total is actually $51.86, there's some small numbers messed up here, but I'm not going to stress about it, honestly. So I'm going to go back to the first page and we're going to actually update our expenses to $51.86 because I did pay down the. Okay, so this brings me a little bit more current to my spending so far for the first week of September. So where are we at? We're Sunday. We're here at Amazon. So I'm going to now go ahead and do our September 1st back to our recap summary. It looks like our largest projected spending going on. USAA credit card pay down of $1,305. Xfinity Wi-Fi is $90. Mortgage $2,113. Spend was so I had projected spending on Audible for my hobby of $7 of. So for the 17th through the 23rd, we had projected spending of $516. So that brought my and our actual spending was $549 for the first week of August to $2,399. I did not get gas. The 24th through groceries, the 30th, I had no other spending last week. I was very proud of myself. It was very minimal. Plus, and then I got my RDN check. So I finally got my actual check on the 2nd of September. That's how I was able to pay my mortgage on the 4th. We had a projected and that spending was a little bit lower than I anticipated it to be. And that check was $2,259 on the 2nd. primary, 1 out of 2, $22.59. French fries, so I had to get the French fries. And then I had
that was all of the income. Oh, I'm lying.
Gas purchase of $24. And then I put in for this was the week that I paid for my actual CDR fee for this year was taken care of. So my actual spending was $968. So now we wrap up with September. Okay, so we'll get started. First one is Home Depot, and that is $176. 150, 75, 6. Next, we had our gas bill for 48, 20, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our ComEd Ed bill is $349. $349, yes. 1, 2, electronic 3, bills. 320, 340. And then on top of that, I spent 6, 7. So now we're moving into actual spending. 9, I spent $62 at Walmart. 27 at Aldi, $3 McDonald's, $50 on Amazon 6, for my mom, 7, 8, $28. So not too bad, I suppose, in the way of electronic bills. And like I mentioned, the Amazon Affirm was already taken out of my account, so this guy is done. Nope. What? 50, 75. 75 for you. For groceries and eating out, again, I had overspent last month $73, but of my rollover cash from funds not used in other categories, I added that back. I added that 73 back to the 300, so I started off this month with $300, but I've already spent some money for the first week of September and then at Walmart, Aldi, and McDonald's, so that leaves me with $208 for the rest of the month for groceries and eating out. It says 3, but writes 2. September 3rd, secondary, tertiary source of income for this month. Dad sent another $1,000, and that was, again, return on an investment that he made in a old school car. So I so far have received $3,259. And then out of that, I've already spent $2,399. This was the other category that I overspent. I with the candles, but decided to go ahead and do I was able to take again some of that leftover rollover this cash week and add it back since we are technically zero balance the second week of and September, then now my beginning balance was 100. So I spent 50. So this Amazon means for Affirm the remainder of the month out. For my godson, I will have $50 for my gas bill, for his birthday gift, ed bill, and my gym membership. I don't know if I should take this 50 or not. Coming out for this week. So we have a few electronic bills. Okay, miscellaneous, these hygiene, are all electronic bills. That's all I overspent by $92 last month. And
Just
then
gonna interject
I'm
really quick
going
with this
to
voiceover.
do my
So I was
sinking
actually
funds,
carrying negative
and I decided to go
$192
ahead
over,
because my dad
not
sent me
negative
that extra money
$92.
to
So
just
when
try
I
to make
added the
things a little bit
$28
easier
rolled
on
over from
myself.
another account, that only put me at negative 164,
essentially did
not
all
64.
of my
I had these
the
numbers
remainder
all
of my
wrong. I
budget
don't know
for my
what kind of
cash
math I was doing
binder,
in my brain,
my
but
cash spending.
I will be removing the $64
for
from
the
this
month
slip
and
and
so
adding that
we'll
money
go
to my
through that in
emergency
a
fund and
second
bringing
and
that
just kind of
account
look
back
at
up to
what my
standing.
spending left off
I don't know
on
what
from
I did.
last
I still
month,
haven't
and then
figured
what
it out. I
balance
still
we're
feel like I'm
carrying
missing money, but
over.
hey, we're gonna move on.
So let's go ahead and do electronic bills first. I feel like next we will go ahead and stuff our cash, and I'm going to give you an update on how I kind of decided to do my binder carrying over cash from last week. So gas and parking, like I mentioned earlier, I only ended up spending $75 last month. So this is all August spending. So flipped over and I wrote a little note here that I decreased my spending by $25. And so gas so $208. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 200, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, shopping and gifts. I have one more gift to get this month, and it is for my godson. I already got my mom something this month, so after those two, I am maxed out for my shopping budget, and this will be the first time in the last 2 months.
At this point, I'm in denial, but I'm refusing to believe it.
105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 117. Some number is off. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to fully fund emergency fund, so let's go ahead and fund wardrobe with $29. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $29. I wonder if I grabbed another 5 by accident the way that I grabbed one earlier or something. I don't know.
Denial.
So wardrobe is done, and then emergency fund 1, 2, 3, 8, 20, 40, 60, hair 80, and self-care. $88. I will be having a hair appointment this month, and at some point needing to get my toes redone. So last month I only got my nails done, so I used this leftover money to roll over into groceries and shopping and that sort of thing. And also this month I decided, because I had so much left over, I was going to decrease my budget $50 and now give myself $240 for hair, nails, self-care, that sort of thing. And it's not in any of these binders. $250 is going here. It very well could be a miscount, but I was really stressed out that day at the bank trying to get my numbers right. 20, 40, but I know I left with $1,030. 20, 40, 240. 245, 250. Okay, and that is it for my cash spending for the rest of the month. Okay, and now moving on to, okay, don't want to do that. Moving on to high priority sinking funds. I'm going to take this card out to remind myself of funds and amounts that I'm adding. So dentist is getting $103. I think this is the only one I needed these 50s for. Oh, the only one I needed the 50s for, because I think this is the only one that I had $100+ for. But anyway, I guess we're going to divide it up another way. Hopefully the numbers still make sense. 50, 70, 90, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3. Should have definitely okay. Sister Locks Training 84. 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 2, 3. Anyway. 4.
And that is our look ahead for the upcoming week and our recap.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking
Christmas
for, our
20.
August recap and our September 1 through 6 recap and our
Taxes,
September
8.
7 through 13. Look at
5.
oops, grab 2 5s. 5, 6, 7, 8. Y'all take care and have a great day.